David Baszucki is being sued for millions. Roblox is officially entering its darkest era. What started as a few bad updates has spiraled into a $1 million lawsuit, a massive stock market collapse, and a nationwide ban that can delete millions of players in the Philippines by April 10th. We are witnessing the greed of David Baszucki reach a level so extreme that even the most loyal creators are turning their back on the platform. Between the deletion of classic faces, the $3 million account wipe of Spartan Holdings, and the insane new 2027 developer tax, the community has finally had enough. Today, we're breaking down the legal documents that could bankrupt the company, why your limiteds are no longer safe, and how the YouTuber named Nepro might have found the kill switch for Roblox's legal immunity. Stick around because this is the most important video I've ever made. Let's start with the update that broke the internet. The death of classic faces. For nearly 2 decades, the 2D decal faces were the identity of Roblox. Rather, it was the winning smile or the Federation faces. These were digital collectibles that people paid thousands of Robux for, but recently Roblox pulled the plug. But they didn't just stop selling them, they're deleting them from your inventory and replacing them with dynamic heads. They claim it's to make the game look more clean and modern, but let's call it what it is. Investor bait. They want to show Wall Street that Roblox is a metaverse with expressive AI, even if it means ruining your avatar. Look at these comparisons on screen. These new 3D heads are glitchy, they don't fit the classic hats, and they look, well, terrifying. You didn't buy a 3D animated bundle, you bought a 2D face. By changing the item ID and the literal material of the object, Roblox has effectively stolen the original item you purchased. This isn't just an aesthetic change, it's a technical one. Accessory attachment points are broken, hair clips through the skull, and face masks are completely non-functional. And as we discuss later, this bait and switch is the entire foundation of the lawsuit that is currently threatening the company. If you think your items are safe just because you haven't updated them, think again. Roblox's new AI moderation is currently on a rampage. Let's talk about Spartan Holdings. This wasn't just some casual player, this was a legendary collector account. A few weeks ago, this account was permanently terminated without warning. Why? Because it was holding roughly around 500 million Robux worth of items. In real world money, that's over $2.5 million USD. The AI flagged the account for holding tainted items, basically items that were stolen by hackers years ago and traded through the market. Instead of just removing the stolen items, Roblox's AI decided to wipe the entire account. This didn't just hurt the owner, it deleted these rare items from the entire economy forever, causing the value of the limited market to absolutely crater. If you own a Dominus or a Valkyrie, you are currently one bad AI scan away from losing your entire life's work. This is a terrifying precedent where the middleman, Roblox, can effectively burn your property without even a trial. But it's not just the players getting scammed, Roblox is coming for the developers' lunch money. Currently, if a developer for a game like Adopt Me or Blox Fruits gets a massive sponsorship deal like Nike or Disney, they get paid directly. However, Roblox just announced starting January 2027, they'll be taking a significant cut of all off-platform brand revenue. Imagine if you were a YouTuber, and Google told you that they get 30% of your private sponsorship deals just because you hosted the video on their site. It's unheard of. David Baszucki is effectively inserting himself into private business deals to squeeze every last cent out of the people who actually make his platform successful. Roblox calls this bringing transparency to the market, but it's actually just a greed tax that is driving top-tier developers to look at other engines like Unreal or Unity. This could lead to a mass exodus of the best games on the platform, leaving nothing but low cash grabs behind. This leads us to the biggest story of the year. A YouTuber and legal researcher named Nepro has officially filed a case to sue Roblox. Now, usually when someone says I'm suing Roblox, they get laughed at because of the terms of service, but Nepro found a loophole. His argument centers on the fact that Roblox misled consumers. When you purchase a digital item, you have a reasonable expectation that you own that specific item. By replacing classic faces with actually and materially different 3D heads, Roblox has committed what California law calls consumer fraud. Nepro is citing a landmark case, Dobby v. Roblox. In that case, the court ruled that Roblox cannot simply hide behind its terms of service if they intentionally misled their players into thinking they own those items. If Nepro wins, or if this becomes a class action lawsuit, anyone who's ever bought in a classic face could be entitled to a refund. We could be talking about hundreds of millions of dollars in potential damages. Roblox isn't just fighting a YouTuber, they're fighting the president of digital ownership. It's not just Nepro. LA County recently filed a massive lawsuit against Roblox for failing to protect kids, alleging that the platform has become a breeding ground for PD3s. These two legal fires are burning at the same time, and Roblox's legal team is running out of water. And now you might be wondering, why haven't they been sued before? It's because of something called forced arbitration. When you click accept on the TOS, you're basically signing the right to go to a real court. Instead, you have to use a private judge that Roblox pays for. Nepro is arguing everyone in the US to call their senators and support the FAIR Act, Forced Arbitration Injustice Repeal Act. If this law passes, companies like Roblox will no longer be able to hide behind the fine print to scam their users. A recent ruling in California has already shown that these arbitration clauses can be struck down if they are unfair or one-sided. This movement goes way beyond a block game. It's to protect your rights as a consumer in the digital age. Roblox is fighting a war on 4 fronts. They're losing their players, their developers, their legal immunity, and their investors. David Baszucki's vision of a clean metaverse is currently burning to the ground, and it's all because he chose short-term profit over the the community that built his empire. The downfall of Roblox isn't just clickbait anymore, it's happening in real time.